Today we're going to talk about gut health and intimacy. We will be reviewing the oral, vaginal, and gut health microbiome. So hang on tight because it's going to be a lot of information today. Now, for those of you who are new, my name is Maria. I'm a functional gut health registered dietitian. And today we're going on a topic that's often overlooked, but honestly, it's so important. Understanding how intimacy impacts the gut, oral, and vaginal microbiomes is key. If you've ever wondered how sexual activity can affect your digestive and vaginal health, this episode is going to be for you. So let's start with some basics. What are the three microbiomes? Let's start with the oral microbiome. This is found in your mouth. It's the starting point of digestion and impacts your immune system. Kissing, oral sex, and saliva exchange introduce new bacteria that can affect both your mouth and partner's microbiome. Next, we have the gut microbiome. This is throughout your digestive tract. This microbiome is essential for digestion, hormone metabolism, and inflammation control. It's also home to bacteria like E. coli that are harmless in the gut unless they're overgrowing, which can be problematic. Lastly, we have the vaginal microbiome. This is a delicate, acidic environment dominated by the Lactobacillus species. It actually helps protect against yeast infections, UTIs. It can be easily overthrown by introduction of bacteria from other parts of the body, especially the gut and mouth. You see where we're going here? So what happens when bacteria go where they're not supposed to? Now, let's be honest with each other. Intimacy involves a lot of close contact. And with that contact leads to bacteria traveling from one body part to another. Problems can happen. Here's the deal, friends. The gut houses bacteria like E. coli and Clostridium, fine in the intestines, but trouble if introduced into the vaginal canal. When someone goes from anal to vaginal contact without proper cleaning or barrier protection, they risk pushing out bacteria the vaginal space is not happy with. Why? Because this disrupts the vaginal microbiome and can increase the risk for bacterial vaginosis, recurrent yeast infections, urinary tract infections, vaginal irritation, and inflammation. This is why the rule of one hole at a time is so important. Now, don't get me wrong, it is not about shame. It's about respecting the natural balance of your body's ecosystem. The thing is, ladies, the vaginal microbiome does want to protect you, but you really have to support it. That way, both of you are happy. Remember, the vaginal microbiome is incredibly smart. It's acidic on purpose. It's usually between a pH of 3.5 to 4.5. That acidity, powered by Lactobacillus crispatus, may be pronouncing that horrible, but you can look that up, and other good bacteria, helps prevent infections and inflammation. But when your gut and oral bacteria are introduced, especially through unprotected or non-hygienic intimate activity, this balance gets thrown off. Too much of the wrong bacteria can lead to a shift in pH, overgrowth of yeast infections, hormonal disruptions, and inflammation. And guess what? When the vaginal microbiome is off, it doesn't just affect the vagina, it also influences the gut microbiome, and systemic inflammation can result. You see why this is important? This is why we need to talk about this. So what can you do to protect yourself? Let's review a few things. Number one, use protection. Especially when switching from anal to vaginal contact, always change condoms or clean thoroughly before transitioning. Number two, wipe from front to back. This is basic but essential for preventing bacteria traveling from the anus to the vaginal, which we do not want. Number three, avoid flavored or chemical products. These do include certain lubricants or oral gels, which can disrupt the pH. Number four, don't jump between acts without hygiene in between. Again, one hole at a time. Next, nice and easy, support your microbiome through probiotics, mainly through whole foods and healthy lifestyle practices. You see how we always go to this? We're always going to go back. The thing, friends, is this is about body literacy. When we understand how our body system works, we can protect ourselves from unnecessary pain, inflammation, and recurrent infections. Ladies, I know you know what I mean when I say this. The reality is, intimacy should enhance your life, not create mystery symptoms like bloating, discharge, or chronic infections. If you've been dealing with recurrent gut or vaginal symptoms that doctors keep throwing antibiotics, which, by the way, if you are taking antibiotics, please do gut restoration phases. You can't just, or you shouldn't just do an antibiotic route without considering rebuilding. Otherwise, you can actually start with one problem and end up with five. Anyways, let's get back to the point. The thing is, you might want to take a deeper look. I offer functional gut health programs that help you heal from the inside out. And we always consider the impact of sexual health and hygiene on your microbiome, especially if you choose to package with those tests. But remember, I am not the only functional gut health provider out there. There's many. If you want someone that's near you, just put Google gut health functional provider and work with them. If you're okay doing virtual, I do virtual, and there's a lot of providers doing virtual as well. If any of this sounds familiar or you can connect to it in a way that, oh my gosh, this could be my solution, yes, friends, it probably can be. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop my link below to schedule a free discovery call. The purpose of these calls is literally to review your case. Is functional testing even right for you? Have you done other routes to where you may want to consider those before these? Schedule the call to find out. The reality is, once you get to your root problem, everything just falls into place. A lot of the times when our body has inflammation, it's because your body's trying to communicate with you, but you may not be listening the right way. And it's not totally your fault. Many times it's just doctors, nurses, dietitians, people in the healthcare field just don't know about root cause healing, and they can't teach it because they don't know about it. So then that leaves you, the patient, stuck. But now, 2025, we have social media, and you have access to providers just like me teaching you different ways to get to your root problems. But I'm curious, have you ever thought about these three different worlds and how they're connected? Comment below if you've ever experienced unexplained symptoms after intimacy, or if you've never thought about these three worlds connecting, and what shocked you the most. As usual, till next time, friends, bye, and you have an amazing rest of your week.